Good morning, good morning, good morning on this stinking Thursday. Hello, everybody. Of course, I came on to say good morning and good night to my late night shifters, and good night to the ones getting off and going home. Good morning to the ones getting up and getting ready. How's everybody doing? Boom. Yes, yes, yes. Just as the Most High has ordained me to continue, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go ahead on and continue. And I'm so, so grateful for the support today and the support moving forward. So thank you again in advance. Now, today we're going to talk about getting what we ask for. Today we're going to talk about wishing for things and hopeful for things that actually come the way you want them. It's just so gratifying when you want for something and you hope it goes a certain type of way and you're wishful thinking. And then when you get to your end result, it's everything exceeding your own expectations that you could ever want it to be. Anything you could want it to be. So I'm so grateful that everything that I plotted and planned came the way I wanted it. Yes, because sometimes you got to make the first move for an exit. You don't have to be the one leaving. Sometimes you have to make room and make rhythm and rhyme for other people to just vanish, and they do. And then you leave a road and a trail for people to follow suit. And when they do, that makes you feel better as a person. It makes me feel better as a person when people get on out my way as opposed to me having to twinkle toe my way out of somebody else's life. So I just want to thank God for that ability to get people to get on away from me in my own little way without having to deal with them moving forward. That is the stuff that I prayed for, and I'm so grateful that it happened. Now, congratulations to any successes. It's too many to cover, so I'm not going to be able to give everybody their flowers today. But anybody that made any progress, whether it be over another day, today's day is better than yesterday. Today's month is better than last month, day's week. Whatever your accomplishment is for this day today, I'm very proud of you and congratulations. Because sometimes that's all it takes is one push, a little motivation, somebody to come hand you your flowers and say, you know what, congratulations. What you are doing is noticed. It's about time. And congratulations. Congratulations. Yes. So now, from me and my team, we also send a congratulations personally to the city of Harrisburg because, yes, the city of Harrisburg is doing its best to show up. And that's what you guys voted for, someone to show up. And I'm very proud of that too. Very proud to be able to change the conversation, to be able to hear the difference in the verbiage. Like when you are speaking about your public officials, at least you're putting some applaud on it. You know, it's not no longer degrading and knocking them down. And I think that's wonderful. That gives them a reason to want to come out and support your businesses. And that is nothing wrong with that. I'm happy and excited for anybody that does that. Very happy. But I will tell you this, it's nothing better than filing income tax on your own business after making money on your business and being able to take that dollar that you frame and actually file whatever 47-cent tax on it, whatever it is. You got to know the benefit of filing business taxes after you actually stood something. So that's where I'm at again this year with my tax consultant. We're going to go down another road where she shows me any benefits that I can get just for standing my business. With nonprofits, we have to go through a lot of different little things. The least thing of our worry is taxes. So filing for nonprofit is one of the easier tasks that I'll have to do this year, but I'm proud and waiting for it. Now, next, I talked about getting what we asked for. Oh my God. I have gotten what I asked for 10 times the fold to the point where I kind of am looking around and wondering, well, how did I get that blessing? Where did that come from? It came from me being consistent and being who I am. And I wanted to just say thank you. Thank you for the support. Because, yeah, when I turned around and I saw them few people standing there backing me, and they said, okay, Lisa, I see you. Oh, hi, Mr. Tracy. Hi, Robert. And good morning to those of you that are tuning in on both of my different Facebook platforms. Today I didn't go to the YouTube because I wanted to make sure that I saved that for Sunday. On Sunday's sit down Sunday service, I will be presenting us with another uh, Black in the Bible in Black series brought to you by Omnic Incorporated. And we will be addressing a topic. I think I'm going to go ahead and delve on into a couple of the men in the Bible. Last week we spoke about Job and the favor that was given and extended to his daughter, and why the daughters were named and the sons were not. So we're going to move on from there, and I'm going to speak to you about a gentleman in the Bible. I'm not sure which guy I'm going to pick. If anybody has any suggestions they want to hear about, you let me know. Yesterday, I did a light presentation of Enoch. I showed you guys who Enoch was, how he followed behind Adam, and we can delve into that a little bit more because I was being a little playful with the equipment, it being new and up and running. I'm going to use it specifically for my Sunday services and not for my live videos that I use just to put on YouTube and different things. These matter, but these are not my presentations that I'm banking on. My presentations are every Sunday, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys from the hours anywhere between 2 and 7 in the morning, which gives you a chance to get up, get consecrated to the Lord, get your feet well rounded on the ground. And if you are leaving out to go to church, it'll give you some breakfast that you can use on your way there. So that's what my Sunday service is all about, is getting you there. My Sunday service may not be your full total church service, but it is your inspiration to get up and start moving around. When the angels move and the Most High begins to pray for your family and the seniors of your family pray for you, those are the hours. I had just been afforded an opportunity to be risen around these hours, and I'm using that to my advantage because there are days where I might just sleep through. But I try to show up for you guys, and I'm going to continue to do so. And that is not with permission. What I'm doing is with gratitude. There's no permission slip needed. I don't need the permission from the community to keep going. I'm not going to accept any permission from anybody to allow me to do anything. That type of encouragement is something that I've outgrown. So anybody that's giving me the keep going, don't stop, I never was. So it's like I don't need that kind of pep talk. I didn't never have that fold in my life where I was going to give up or stop doing anything. I just do everything I do in increments because out of the multi-talented that I have, there's only still one me. So when I say I know a me, when I see it, trust me, I get up and I look in the mirror every day with admiration, gratitude, substance in my thoughts, a growth mindset. That's what I wake up and do each morning with clarity. So moving on, I'm going to continue to serve the way that I'm serving. And those of you that are receiving, continue to receive. Now, getting what we ask for. Sometimes we set goals and we go and we want to do some things and we set ourselves up and we go, and it looks like to the outside world, because you're not announcing your every win, it looks like you're not getting what you prayed for. But no, I've gotten what I prayed for more than one time, and it's like I almost stopped. I can't say I stopped praying, but I had got so scary and familiar with receiving my blessing that I stopped asking. I just started letting God give. I stopped rolling over and saying, are you going to answer my prayer? Stop. I stopped. And then all of a sudden, I looked and there's more happening. There's more holding still. When I go back and look on things I thought I lost, I pick back. Oh, shit, I thought I lost it. No. I picked up where I left off at. It never stopped. I never stopped. I grew. It never stopped growing. And here we are reaching our heights. Now, imagine I've already gotten the products and all the things else that I need to have my business up and running, and I'm operating, and I've already made my dollars make sense. So now I'm just going to continue to go live each day around these times and continue to present every and everything that I'm winning. And whenever I take a loss, come on and share that too. And then these are the hours, like my brother has shared with me. I said to him, you know how you have a newborn baby and it seems like they're off schedule? Well, I sleep most of my day. I do a lot of working through the nighttime, like 11 to 7 shift. So I get a lot done. Now I'll be up for the remainder of the day, I'm already up, have gotten myself completely together. So this is what I'm going to say is my morning hours. This ain't where I drag out of bed and get myself together to leave to go work for somebody. No, I work for myself. So therefore, these are my hours. This is it. These are my hours. Um, Now, what is my 11 to 7 late night shift? Is how y'all been? I know you guys are at work. I know sometimes you wait for me, sometimes you don't. Those of you that are happy to see me, hi y'all. And I can't wait to see you guys on Sunday. Now, there was another topic that I wanted to get into. Now, hold on. Let me go and grab it. Just give me a second here. Hold on. Now, I'm back, guys. I pretty much was looking for something that I might have wanted to share, but I can't share it just yet. I don't want to share what I have completely because of the fact that it all goes with a package. And because it goes with pretty much of a package, I don't want to mess up the presentation when it's time for me to present the whole thing in its entirety. But I have received like an item, one of my items, and one of the items is one of my hair products. And I got this it's similar to jam, but it's an edge control that I created for inside of the package. And I kind of got a little tap on, but it looks like there's nothing there. So what I'm going to do is before I do it again, I'm going to go live and let you guys see. That's just it. I don't have the whole total packaging. So I'm going to wait until I get it all. But I had received one of my styling components where I didn't need no gel, no nothing, just a nice brush. And what I have in my hair is a little bit of this product I'm talking about. The control I'm talking about is like the edge control, but you can actually stick it on this part. So I'm gonna wait because what happens is when you start breaking your stuff down, the presentation starts to give off not so great. And I want to have a very good unboxing when it's time. So I'm gonna just get away from it right now. But to note how exciting it can be when you're receiving your own products. I keep thinking about it and talking about it because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I have yet to find anybody other than a couple of my cousins that had one of my cousins had some lip gloss, lip treatment. She's had as many expensive items that you can. My cousin, and so there's this stuff that I do runs in my family. This ain't no brand new something I popped up off the top of my head. I'm only following what the predecessors and the family members before me have done and created a livelihood. Why wouldn't I follow what my family does? It runs in it. Now, when it comes down to it, the team that I have for Omni Incorporated, I presented the bylaws to everybody that received it. And yes, I can understand how you guys would want more responsibility in on a board, a member of boards. I get it. When a person becomes a board member, I understand that they would like responsibilities and they would like say and things of that nature that I deny you when you join my obligation. The reason is because I want you to be there for the right reason. If later on down the line I decide that I want to make you that or add you to that on under my bylaws as a worker or something like that or under my board, then I would do that. But no, you guys have enough um, places that y'all go. Y'all got enough people that y'all worship. I don't hear enough of y'all talking about what the Most High God did for you. I hear a lot of you guys talking about how great and grand your pastors are, how good and great the parents are. You talk about all these things when they don't even have no relevance at the moment. A lot of that stuff don't have no relevance at the moment. I be just wanting to talk about the here and the right now. So that right there, let's just start with that. Now, I wanted to be able to say, in elevating your business, you don't have to expose everything about it or the people in it. Now, my board members that are coming on new, they're actually reading my bylaws, and I'm going to repeat it. There's nothing in my bylaws that gives nobody no rights. So when they start looking at the bylaws, they start shunning away and going to other doors. I don't care what door you go to, because that was a part of what I prayed for. You know, when people say, imagine praying and I'm trying something and it back. No, everything I prayed for is going exactly the way I want it. Nobody that I didn't want to come to me has shown up at my table. Nobody is calling me, bothering me about nothing. Um, Everything is going wonderful for me. I don't know about nobody else. Everything I prayed and asked for is going the way I needed to go. Um, my two board members, meaning me and my brother, one and two board members, we are together in making these decisions. When I go one way, he goes the same way with me. He follows my decisions. He's in tune with what I do. He's in sync with my decisions. He doesn't mind the way that I run my business. He's not a partner of mine. He's just a part of what I have going on. But yes, he is the vice president of my church. So it's myself and my brother so far. I haven't appointed a secretary or a treasurer, because when I appoint the bylaws to somebody, they get to reading the bylaws and start saying, well, I don't have no control. I don't have no say. I don't want to do it. And that's okay with me. That's absolutely okay with me. If you do not want to be a part of somebody else's structure because their bylaws and their rules don't apply to you, by all means, break away. And that's what it does for me. I don't care what position you sit in, how high up of a ranking you are. Donald Trump, none of them can sit on my board and benefit anything, because I've already created my bylaws that they needed so bad. So I gave them a set of bylaws, and can't none of them get past them. So that's what that is for me. Now, if I invite you, then you'll come and you'll be supported, and then you'll be celebrated when it's time. Otherwise, there will be no board members with no anything to do with any laws, any governing, any rules, any regulations, nothing. Everything starts, stops, and ends with me. And that's period. Um, will I expect for you to worship me then after you sign up with me? No, I don't expect for you to offer me any praise, none at all. Because the last thing I'm going to do is offer any human person any praise. Because it's not going to never be because of somebody or a thing that got me where I'm going. People, places, and things have not elevated me. The Most High God has only been the thing that elevated me. So I don't give credit to the people, places, and things for those things that the only magnifier and the sovereign one can do. Now, can I be on solid ground and stand on 10 toes down on my own? Yes, I've done that from day one. So yes, my bylaws are the way they are. So no, I'm not going to change that for nobody, whether they have the experience, whatever they have. That doesn't hold no weight for me, what you're able to do for somebody else's company. And then you step up in front of me and say, hey, I see you were looking for board members. I give you my bylaws and you looking like, well, I would like to be able to say and do, and you can. But if I say it ain't nothing, it ain't nothing. And that's just what it is. Other places, you can be voted out of your own church. I don't play that. So therefore, I won't be laying none of my stuff down, and I'll repeat it every day if I need to, because it seems like every day I'm getting a message. Yes, it feels good to be invited, but I'm going to ask you guys to go back to uninviting me, because your invitation is not coming directly to the heart. Where it's going is to my recycling bin, as they would call it. I'm throwing it away. No, don't start that partnership shit with me where you're in my inbox now. Now, all of a sudden, no, because when I present you with my bylaws, you're not going to like it. I've already presented it with quite a bit of pastas. Yeah, I don't need no theologist to come stand in front of me and tell me about my business. No, thank you. You're doing just fine at your own door, okay? Obviously, you're doing wonderful at your door. I don't need nobody standing in front of my little apartment door doing nothing. My little church is right there online. Here it go, right here. Everybody's so worried about what I got going on. Here go my little stuff right here. All my little churchy stuff, all my little stuff is right here. I don't need nothing. I'm all hooked to the TV and whatnot. I go live every Sunday. I'm doing everything the Lord put on my heart to do, and I ain't going above and beyond doing nothing more, nothing bigger. So therefore, when it comes down to my bylaws and your responsibility in my church, all you got to do is show up. And I ask that you do come as you are, because I do accept all the religions or lack thereof with no judgment. That part. Now, I would like to let you guys know that my packages are coming one at a time with my products, and I'm just overwhelmed myself. So when they do launch, I might just show the box when I get the rest of it, but I won't just be pulling my stuff out, putting it on the table. No, I'm leaving here and doing a launching while I live here. I'm just going to do it in one of my wonderful hotels. I keep honors and rewards. And I'm waiting on my friend to stick me on some of hers, and maybe some of mine and some of hers can make a difference. But yes, I'm getting ready to create my first event. I'm gonna do that with the with my products, and I'm gonna add pharmacy and the Boss brand on with mine and everything else, and continue to move on forward. Yes. Now, my red lipsticks I did not order the red lipsticks because I wasn't certain what the shades look like. But now I'm going to order a variety of the red lip. And then I'm going to take it on down there and make sure that they give it to Miss Wanda so she could try. Because I really haven't seen another individual with a red lip on that looked like a model lip. So, yes, I have the lips, but I don't do the red lipstick. I believe that once I meet Miss Stormy, they're going to probably plow all that shit up on me. I know they're going to be babying me up like a doll baby with that lipstick and makeup. I'm waiting for it, but I'm going to let them do it. I'm going to let my coach and all them doll me up when I go down to Florida to visit them. But anyway, to describe the product lines, it's head to toe. So that's why I named it Body Me. I named it Body Me because I hear a lot of times when I used to be in my past relationship, some of my babies would say to me, I'm a body that. I'm a body you. And I'd be like, well, body me, baby. Well, body me. So they would whoosh my hair for me. All the way, my whole body, my feet, my hair, blow my hair dry for me. Grease my scalp, and then I was able to take it from there. But I've always had that body me attitude. So, yes, body me, body me, body me. Yeah, by all means, body me. Yeah. So that's hair, shampoo, facial. So basically, it's the shampoo, conditioner, edge control, beard oil, beard shampoo, beard conditioner, leave-in conditioners, hair serums, different hair growth oils, um, body oils. Good morning, everybody. Body oils, all kinds of different stuff. And if you're working out, I have that body sculpting. Let me see. I haven't used any of it yet, but when I do, I'm going to put it here and bring that upward and just continue to bring this upward when I do get it so that this can have a sense of a lift. They have the cream, and when you put it on, you go like this and you bring it and you bring it. Now, if you have not, like myself, never had any surgery and you done come of age, the body creams that I have, the paprika and the sculpting cream that I'm going to have on hand is going to create a silhouette on your body to give it a sense of a lift. Yes, so the products are coming. What you do is you order your stuff and then you fall back and then you get your stuff. That's what it is. I was actually hopeful that somebody for once followed me and went behind me and went on and got the stuff. Because you know how y'all like to copy and follow behind whatever I have. I was hoping that somebody would go behind me and buy some of that fantastic supplies and bring that stuff right here to Harrisburg, because that's all I was doing, because it's not here. It ain't that much in Pennsylvania. Everybody from Pennsylvania is no longer doing it. So I wanted to just bring that brand. But my brand is going to be known for being from here by way of Philly. I'm putting myself down as born and raised in Harrisburg, native of Philadelphia, born and raised, supplies right here. So when I get where I'm going, I'll be just mentioning Harrisburg no matter what. Now, when it's time to do the projects, yes, I'm going to have people, whether it's your wig or weave or your hair. My hair products will break down any hair at all. So once I get the stuff, I'm going to say, come on over, or I'm going to come over with a bag, like me and Derek used to have our bag. But instead of all that store-bought products, they're going to be custom-made, all black products made by me. And once I supply you with the hair and do the stuff for you, you can let me know right then and there. And all it takes is cold water to rinse out any product I have. So my products are so natural that if they touch your scalp and start burning, all it takes for me is cold water and it instantly washes off. So you don't have to worry about chemicals, unnatural products, or anything being inside of any of my products. Because one thing my hair don't do is shed when I comb it, and it doesn't fall out. So yes, I have a different grade of hair, but my hair ain't that different than a lot of people's. I can bring your hair back to what it once was. I've created hair food like we used to have. So with that being said, yes, I'm just stretch. Yes. And just woosah. And bring yourself joy. Bring yourself happiness. One thing you cannot do is rely on other people for happiness, joy, contentment, none of that. You can't rely on honor or none of that to come from other people. All of those things you grow into if you already born into royalty, or if you have to dig from the bottom and get your inheritance, you're still going to be polished like the newest of the gems. So don't fret. Don't be discouraged. Just keep it with you and your personal savior, and keep it with you in your personal life, period. Everybody is not a God guru. I'm not here to turn everybody's language into the word of God or nothing like that every day. And you know, those holy rollers, I'm not that. I'm not hiding behind no religion. I'm standing here telling you I don't really have a religion. I am an omnist. I tried other religions. So on Sundays when I give the Bible in black, that's the Omni church that I own. Yes, trying to give the community what they need. It doesn't necessarily mean that I don't need it, but it's not more as much for me as it is for someone else. So sometimes when you're an omnist, you have to do those things. So yes, I'm going to have to show some of Islam a little bit, some Catholic, some Presbyterian, some other religions now and then. And I will. But I'm hoping that we are able to get to a common ground through one story, which is one God, one love, and one aim. And therefore, we'll be able to get one understanding that no matter what, we have to be able to sit in humility under any religion and rely on God to come and fix that. That's all I'm getting at, basically, because I've done it. And I did count people in, and they didn't come. So I'm just putting it out there. Now, anybody that's elevating after years of putting in and have never gotten any notice or recognition, I would say to you guys, accept those flowers, because you may not never see them again. Once I leave, a lot of the energy is going to slow down, but I'm not going far. So don't worry. I'm still going to be able to put a fire underneath for each and everybody's ass. Even as a minister, the Lord allows me to come and give that annoyance to other people to keep them moving. My God wants to see people on their feet and on their toes. And they say he has to use his people like me to get them there. And I'm going to continue to get them there. Yeah, I'm going to continue to make them question their abilities. I'm going to make them continue to have to rely on somebody else to tell them when to go as I move on my own pace. Yes, I have that effect on people. And I'm going to continue to be that way, because that's what God's people do. What we do is we get in front of you and become an example. And as an example, I'm not going to keep talking to you and leading you back down when I used to be. Why would I do that? Why would I want anybody, my little cousins, my big cousins, my big sisters, my little sisters, why would I want anybody to take in a likeness of who I was? Now, if you're going to follow behind me and start wanting to be about who I am, then yes, we can go a little bit further. But if you're still talking to me about, well, what about this one? And I saw that one. And I was over there and they said this and that happened, and it didn't. And if it did, the Most High fused it and stopped it, because one thing about me is my God don't bring me to an anger. I stay smiling all day. Can't nobody read my temperature. You don't know if I'm hot, mad, or cold. Because I stay the same each and every time when you see me. I'm a cool, calm, collected cucumber. That's why. I'm cool as a fan. That's just how I always been. Anybody that got a description of me will tell you. But now when it comes to that body work, putting in the exercise and all that, I get tired, because yes, we get ready to be of age. So the products that I'm bringing to us is to help us age even with our sensitive skin. Yes, all of my stuff is hypoallergenic. Why would I get something that could possibly itch anybody? So yes, all of my products are starting off non-hyperallergenic, easy to handle, easy pump bottles, non-slip, easy to handle. The men's, the women, and the children come in 3 different product lines. But yes, as one big family system, putting them all 3 together, it equals one big system. And that's what I'm going to be representing. And that's it. So now, on my Sunday, sit down Sunday, here today on Thinking Thursday, I thought about it. And I'm going to present, I presented Enoch yesterday very briefly. I'm going to present another male in the book of the Bible. I'm not certain which one. I may go ahead and start from the beginning and go ahead and start with Adam. I might as well just go ahead and start with Adam, because Enoch took over where Adam dropped off at. And there's nothing wrong with hearing again what it was that Adam was to do and what Adam actually did and how the response of the Lord was. And because of that response, where some of us lie today dormant. Some of us lie dormant today because of some of the past works of Adam and some of the old biblical ways and some of the old things that some people are still following. There are some people that are still looking back at the book of Genesis and, still remembering the times. But the life that happened after Adam, like somebody like Enoch and stuff like that, there, you guys got to pay attention to those stories, because they manifest what was great after what was so beautiful was taken and destroyed by that Adam and Eve story. Life began to got greater. So sometimes we be in that Adam and Eve era in our life and just got to go back sometime and just hear it so we can say, I've already done been there and done that. Now I got to get ready to come on and move on to them 40 days and 40 nights. It's time to move on in your chapters. So that's what we're going to do. Now, again, I would like to say thank you for everybody that has supported me in my beginnings. Those that you supported me on the bar stool. Those of you that saw in me the things that I didn't see yet and have already said to me, I knew that about you. I saw that in you. I knew that you were going to be that, because sometimes people see the miracle in you before you do. So sometimes even through my babbling drunk and my misunderstanding of me could have gave a clear message to someone else. Maybe all they needed to see now was me sober so that they could compare the sober me to the once sitting on the bar stool me that got down and walked to wherever I could get to, and wherever I landed. So now we're talking about the one that's sober and getting where I got to go to by walking, driving, but on a stable mind and traveling on purpose with intention. Remember, gotta get up and go. I had to go. Let me go get me a cold when I gotta go get me a cold Budweiser, y'all. I'll be right back. And then next thing you know, I'm at the bar. I ain't never left. And then I'm supposed to work that day. So I done went from the bar stool to behind the bar. And then I went back from behind the bar to at the bar. And then they stopped even letting us drink after work. So like I done been down that yellow brick road that I just don't need permission to go back down. And I don't need nobody to tell me not to do that. I don't need that today. All I need is, do you know what? I knew you could do it because I saw it in you. Girl, you were sitting drunk and I imagined you sober. Yeah, I needed to hear that. Them ones or twos, them 1 and 2s, I needed that. Yeah, and I received what I needed, and I'm grateful, and I'm going to get what I got and go. I ain't looking for nothing else. So anybody believing that I could be losing or lost anything is a fucking liar. And put that on everything that you know and love. Because everything that I have will stand, and it is, and it's shining. And it always has. And it always has. It always has. I just hate that for people. It's not so much on me. How about that? How about not so much on me, what I'm able to do, what I can't do, where I was when I was a kid, what happened with me and my kids and all this shit. Who gives a fuck about worrying about me so much? Give it to God. I did. I don't no longer care. I could walk right past any of them. If they walk past me and look up and see me and don't say nothing, I have it in me to keep going too. Yeah, I used to cry about stuff like I don't give a, hey, I don't even like to talk like I don't care, because my God removed all that giving a care. And because I don't care anymore, it looks raw to people because I used to care so much. Yes, that's a drastic change that people make. The Lord removes that from you sometimes, caring what someone thinks or says. No, God takes that from you sometimes and says, girl, how you doing? And then when you go finding you, absolutely finding you. Well, what you doing now? And I go, well, I got all them businesses. And well, what you got now? Here, I got some products now. Well, I got people that when they see that, they be like, well, let me see it, girl. And very happy and can't wait for me to get it. Well, how much shit you got? What don't you got? I go, well, I don't have eye contacts yet. And I didn't make anything for the lips or nothing yet. My cousin and them already made lipstick and lip gloss, so I don't have that. Um, I got jewelry that can be customized. I pulled back a little bit. Somebody come in my inbox. Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is it that? No, it's everything that you've been buying. It just, for me, it's a cheaper price. So no, it's not that. But why do that when I show up? Yeah, I showed up with the same different little, well, what is this? Is it that? And then when I cut you off and don't give you your order, you looking at me like, well, where's my order? I never put it in and your money never got taken off your card. I didn't fuck with it. That's what happened. Oh, okay. So they thinking every dollar is good. No, I don't take advice and money and things like that from everybody. I will give you your shit right back. And as a matter of fact, I will leave out of a thriving relationship on the man's payday just to let him know that your dollars ain't keeping me, baby. Yeah, I have left a thriving relationship and left a nigga standing there on payday with all his money. More than one time. More than one time. Who? Who? Now, I'm going to end my little late night live a little early. Because I'm getting in the habit of learning how to keep my segment going. So on Sit Down Sunday, when I'm referring to the works of the Most High God and the miracles, the last thing I have to worry about is time. So I'm going to lessen my conversation, but I'm going to keep going every day. And on Sunday, I'm going to give you the most that I can. But I come on during the week like I do because I have family and friends that work the late night shift. And sometimes this is all of me that they get. They don't get the full package of me. They don't get to see me in person. So I'm driven to be on live so that they can get a little dose of me, a little, hey, how y'all doing, of me, just to get through. So with these little moments that I'm having, this breaks down that 11 to 7 shift. Believe it or not, I'm being honored by being on here. It's a privilege for me to be on here to even talk to you guys, considering that I'm being paid to speak now. I'm given paid arrangements to get on and share my testimony. Yes. And I'll be going live when I go to my first event. Yes, because I have some supporters. I have Cookie Irvin. I have Serena. It looks like I got Shay Deuce on here. I got a couple of them that have been knowing me since they's young people and since I was young folk. And I believe that if I look up in my crowd and if it ain't nothing but them sitting there, I'm going to still be like this. Because one thing about them 3 people that I see right here, anytime they saw me, they've always congratulated me. They've seen the change in me and spoke on it. And what they saw the same about me, they did give me the now watch out now. Watch that. Now you be careful with doing that because you know that very little thing that you just did can get you right back where you was at. So be careful. So yes, I received that and I receive it highly. I received that with gratitude. So yeah, I start off in my morning by saying good morning. And I offer my own silent prayers because everybody does not accept prayer on their behalf. So therefore, I don't do that intentionally. With intention, I don't say all prayers to everybody. I say all praise due to the Most High God of my understanding, that you put a covenant over my city, that you remove the black cloud from around the people, that you wiping some of the tears. That's about it. Other than that, I'm not really praying for nobody's personal well-being, because praying can turn into praying on instead of praying for. You know, like praying on you, hoping that you fall, decease, or disappear when you're not doing nothing but popping up. The light is getting brighter and you're coming closer. That's all that's going to happen. That's all that's going to happen when it comes down to when you're doing big dog business. Now, as long as I'm standing on proper business, I'm going to continue to carry proper business etiquette. So no matter where I go, those of you that follow, you don't have to worry about me being an embarrassment, me not being able to properly eloquate myself, and me not being able to represent myself in spite of my past. So sometimes, yes, I will tell my story. And yes, I'll cry profusely. Sometimes I tell my story and just be standing there, because it all depends on what audience I have and where I got to dig at to get that story from. Sometimes it's deep rooted and it takes strength to come through that pain. It takes a lot of power in your mind to go through that pain and be able to manifest that pain in a joyous way and say, you know, this was my pain. Look, this was all my pain. My physical body caused me a lot of pain. What that mouth do caused me a lot of pain. How you move, how you talk, how you swing, how you groove, all that stuff cost me a lot in my life. That caused me pain. So sometimes when you see the end result of the pain and you say, well, if that's pain, well, let me endure this pain because I want God to give me the pleasure after the pain. I want God to give me the purpose, the pretentiousness, the thing that I'm going to need to move forward. I'm going to need God to keep preparing that place for me. So yes, by all means, give me another spanking. Put something else on my plate. Yeah. Yeah, I got the products now. Now what am I going to need? What am I going to need next? It's going to be a next. There's going to be what's next every single time you finish something. Anytime you don't have a now, me too, or what's next, then you're never going to be, you're going to always have this ending that you think is an ending. I'm always going to try to get you to a finish. That's all that is. So now with that being said, I'm going to say good morning and you guys have a good night and you guys have an abundant rising, a rich rising. And by all means, be blessed in your own mess. It's okay. Be blessed in your own mess. Now, Christmas. And before I go, I'm going to say, I want to thank Toys for Tots and all the other toy drives that they had given. I'm sure the family has enough toys now. Congratulations and Merry Christmas to you all. And that's that. Now, see you guys again. And it's always a pleasure to be on, to get on and say hello and whatnot, and kind of share what my next moves are going to be. And before I always say bye, but then I always want to say one more thing. With this new equipment here, hold on. With the products and everything sitting together to be brought up into fruition, to be able to stand, to be able to start, to be able to secure others, to be able to put others on, to be able to pray from a Bible, to be able to come from a common place, to be able to come from stability, to be able to talk to you with consciousness, to be able to talk to you with clarity, to be able to stand up strong in stature and in mind too, because it's one thing to be able to stand strong in your legs and stand strong in your pillars, stand strong in your grip and in your bite and in that grit. You want to be strong in it, but you also have to be strong in the mind growth set. When you stand in there thinking about the next move, it has to be something growing on top of it. You're not talking about watering them same flowers. Yes, we got to keep the flowers watered to keep them retained. But in order to plant new stuff on top of that, you have to build one step at a time and go on up the ladder. And that's all I'm doing. And I'm very grateful to be able to stand here today and say, yes, my body meat has all to do with everything that I have. So it's not nothing else. It's the same business. In addition to my business, I have products now. And that's it. And I'm going to have to say, I got a lot more than a lot of these public officials. And ain't that a shame?